All right, Astrid, let's see what you got going on here for your Boudoir Facebook ads. And here, and I see people running ads for a long time. So this ad's been going since April 4th, 2025. Basically, most common thing I'm hearing is the ads performing worse and worse over time. Same ad spend, but worse and worse results over time. And then boudoir photographers, if they're running ads on their own, they're feeling desperate. They're like, dude, I don't even know where to start to try to fix this thing. I'm just going to throw the next ChatGPT kind of output in for my next ad and see how that goes. um, so they don't really know where to start to fix these things. Or if they're using an agency, they're like, what the heck? I'm paying these guys, a ton of money every month, and I'm just getting worse and worse results every month for the same ad spend. So it's kind of the most common things I've been hearing. So we're going to see, if your ads are decaying more and more over time, when good ads should actually be sustaining and scaling and working better over time, more results, same ad spend. So if that's happening to you, we're going to try and diagnose it, see some mistakes that can be causing it. And I've done this with some other ads, some Boudoir Facebook ads that I've looked at, tested, then fixed up and retested, kind of with this 10 mistake framework. And on average, basically I get, after fixing these, like 2 to 4x more women engaging with the ad, reading the ad copy, consuming our offer, which should be in the ad copy always, for the same ad spend. And this is the hidden metric right here, which basically everyone misses, unique CTR all. So most common what I see is this is below 6%. That leads to the ad, well, it's the highest probability the ad is gonna, kind of decay over time, get worse and worse results over time. Whereas unique CTR all, we always try to keep it above 6%. And that kind of gives the highest chance that the ad sustains and scales and gets better and better results over time for the same ad spend. So 2 to 4x is kind of what I've been able to average. So fixing Boudoir Facebook ads on my own. So we'll see, can go through the same like 10 mistake process here. So let's see. First thing I look at is, does it look like an ad? So right here I go to the creative.
This has been one of the most incredible experiences of my entire life.
So normally I like to see if there's like text on it, but if it's a video talking captions, that's fine. And no, this doesn't look like an ad. Looks like an organic post. So people, higher chance that people do consume it. When it looks like an ad, people scroll right by real fast, which leads to less people engaging with the ad, which lowers, that unique CTR all metric I talked about. And our ad goes to worse prospects over time, lower conversion rates, ads burning out, worse results over time, same ad spend. So no mistake there in the first one. The second, so mistakes 2 through 4 can happen up here in the See More headline. So it's the first 2 3/4 lines on Facebook mobile newsfeed, which is where 90% of your impressions will be, because you are targeting Facebook. Yep. And this is the first 2 3/4. This is our headline. And it's where 80% of marketing dollars are won or lost, right here in the See More headline. And then I'll say ... see more over here. I'll say ... see more. And so first thing we want is we want a who, kind of a self-label where someone reads it, they're scrolling. Yes, basically they're scrolling, and their subconscious recognizes a who, like a self-label. Who are we speaking to? And do we have a self-label here? No. So we don't have a self-label here. And because of that, we're going to have more women scrolling by, less of the right women engaging. Because when we're less specific, we don't know who we're speaking to, then the people we're speaking to definitely ain't hearing us. So less of the right women coming through, kind of more price hunters, more more tire kickers, more no money people. And then, ad gets worse and worse, results over time, burns out. So no who here. That second thing we want to have here is a negative. What is a negative situation or, a negative experience women in our city are going through and that they're saying in their brains that they want to get away from? What is a negative experience? And, we've got ways to extract this, and the data will tell us which one's most common among the women in our city. And so do we have a negative here? I'd love to have beautiful and sexy pictures, but I'm not a model. Is that a negative? No. The lack of having the beautiful and sexy pictures. No, it's not I don't know. I suppose I need 20 pounds. No. All right, so we're missing negative. Now, we always, always, always lead with the negative, and here's why. We always put it kind of right at the beginning, and it's because humans move away from negatives, aka away from pain, to normal, to get back to normal, at literally 100x the rate that humans will move from normal to, some taking action to get some gain or some positive or some benefit. And so example of this is, going to the dentist. So we go to the dentist, get our 6 month cleaning, come out, we're at the front desk talking to the secretary ladies, and they're like, hey, are you free 33 Thursdays from now at 6:40 a.m.? And we're like, dude, I got no clue. But hit me up later, close to that date when I actually know my schedule, and then I'll see. So they got us on the auto text, auto responder. Maybe they call us once, month 3, month 4, month 5, trying to get us in for a 6-month checkup. And we ignore it, we blow them off. We're busy, we like our schedule, we're flown with our business, and we're literally not wanting to put the dentist on the calendar because kind of the potential gain of doing all the work and effort and thinking to put them on and then going to the dentist's office, the potential gain of teeth a little bit cleaner and then I guess peace of mind knowing we have no cavities. Like there's just not enough for us to take action, not enough gain positive there for us to take action. So, month 8, they hit us up again, ignored. Month 10, ignored. Month 12, ignored. So now we missed 2 6-month checkups and teeth cleanings, 2 of them. But again, there's just not enough positive, not enough gain there for us to kind of switch our brain from what we're focusing on the business to then set up the dentist appointment. But month 13, we're eating breakfast one day and our tooth starts to really, really hurt, back of our mouth, right side, really starts to hurt. And then we're eating, like, man, this hurts, all right, eating this food stinks. But, I'll just keep going about my day. So then from morning to lunchtime, even though we're not eating anything, our tooth and our jaw is still hurting. Like, what is going on? So we eat lunch again, lunchtime, and still the pain is there. It's really annoying. It makes it really hard to eat. Not an enjoyable experience. And then we're like, oh man, this is too much. I gotta call my dentist. So that same afternoon, calling up our dentist, and we're like, what? What do you mean you can't get me in at 7:15 a.m. tomorrow? What do you mean you're booked out 2.5 weeks and you can get me in, 3 weeks from now? This is killing me. I gotta get this solved. And they're like, yeah, dude, but we're booked 2.5 weeks, so we can put you on the cancellation list. So if anyone, cancels, we can get you in. And we're sitting there like, no way, I gotta get this solved. I ain't waiting 3 weeks with this. So we call up all the other dentists in our city, in our town. We're saying, do you have availability tomorrow? Do you have availability tomorrow? Do you have availability tomorrow? And we finally find someone that's got availability tomorrow morning. 7:45 a.m. We go in, had a cavity, get it cleaned, get it filled, and we come out, no more pain. We're like, oh my God, dude, we can eat food, no pain. Finally, back to normal. So, literally 13 months, like 400 days, the positive, the gain, was not enough for us to take action. Positive, the gain of slightly cleaner teeth and peace of mind knowing we don't have any cavities or anything else wrong with our mouth. Not enough for us to take action. But dude, literally 1 day of pain. Oh yeah, dude, we're taking action that same day, getting an appointment, getting this thing fixed. So in this situation, you know, humans moved from pain back to normal, back to like default homeostasis at 400x the rate that the same human wanted to move from, homeostasis normal to some gain, some pleasure, some positive. So that is the reason why we always put the negative first in the See More headline. All right, so we're missing a negative here. So women are scrolling by. There's no who, there's no negative, nothing relevant here for them to stop and click. And because there's nothing relevant and it's really broad, Meta honestly doesn't know who to send our ad to either, so we're wasting ad dollars on that. And so we're missing, so no negative, which again results in less of the right people coming through, less bookings, more tire kickers, more price hunters, and that data all gets fed back into the meta ad algorithm, and our ads go to worse and worse prospects over time, which means same ad spend, less results, and our ad slowly dies and burns out. And we need to refresh creatives. Next is we want to have a positive. So what do women get out of this? Something they would. So Boudoir photo shoots our solution. It's kind of the bridge. So positive. What do they feel? What do they experience after crossing our bridge? So do we have that here? Let's see. I love that beautiful, sexy pictures about another model. I don't know how to pose. I need to use 20 pence look like that. No, we don't have a positive here either. So we're missing the negative positive tension, which is really good for attention capture with the meta ad algorithm. We're missing that. So our ad's not going to ad specific women, which means kind of data feedback meta is getting is small few number of people converting. And we're getting less of the right people coming through, more price hunters, less conversions, less qualified leads, and ads burning out over time. Same thing I keep saying. Same ad spend, but going to worse quality prospects because of our previous kind of data results from this ad leads to less results from the same ad spend, and so on, kind of just continuing downward spiral of death or downward spiral of despair. And the third and final thing we want to have is hesitation / roadblock. What is stopping the women from taking, choosing any solution to move away from the negative, cross the bridge, and get some other orthogonal positive? So do we have a or even what's stopping someone from choosing any other boudoir photographer? Something that they're saying in their head. So let's see if you got that here. But I'm not a model. I don't know how to pose, and I need to lose 20 pounds to look like that. All right, so this is great. You're the first. Yeah, I think you're the first person that actually, out of like 40 ads I've reviewed, has done hesitation / roadblocks in their See More headline. So that's good, but I'm not a model. Hesitation / roadblock, something they're saying in their brain that's stopping them from moving forward. I don't know how to pose. Great. There's, I don't know how to pose. I can't do a boudoir shoot. I don't know how to pose. I need to lose 20 pounds to look like that. Great. Yeah. I definitely know a lot of women are saying that. Or 20 pounds to get ready to do my boudoir photo shoot. Um, I know a lot of women are definitely saying that. So this is good. So you got three hesitation slash roadblocks here. And if they all tested, and these were actually 1, 2, 3 in our testing, yeah, dude, it would definitely be worth it to throw all three of these in. This is a very specific person that's saying all three, because you have the and here. And I need to lose 20 pounds. That means first one, second one, and the third one is kind of like an all or nothing statement. Either you resonate with all of them or none of them. And that's good. That means we are more specific. Meta ad algorithm. Going to look for women meta profiles where the Meta app or Facebook app and Instagram app is always listening. So when they're on calls with other boudoir photographers, they're saying, "Oh, but I'm not a model. But I don't know how to pose. But I need to lose weight before I do that." Or they're saying it to their friends, or they're texting it to their friends. And Meta's got all this data, so it's kind of matching the words in our ad to what words women are actually saying in real life. So very good. So more specific, more of the right women coming through, more women getting pre-qualified, higher conversion rates. As a result, our Meta backend ad score that's hidden goes up, giving us priority placement in the auctions for higher quality profiles to be shown in front of higher quality profiles. And so perfect. That's exactly what we want. All right, so that's the Seymour headline. And now we're through where the first 5 mistakes can happen. The next 3 mistakes that causing ads to get worse and worse results over time for the same ad spend, or we got to increase ad spend to keep the same results over time, is here in the body copy. So 3 potential mistakes here that are causing that. Mistake. So let's see. This the Seymour headline up top is basically like hook 1, and then okay, we got them to click Seymour. We were relevant enough, interesting enough to get them to click Seymour. So they click Seymour, and then they see the rest of our ad. But this is a whole nother wall of text. They're like, oh my god. Now their brain's like, oh, I gotta read all this now. So we want to have a hook 2, an authority hook at the beginning, to give them some reason why they should keep reading, why they should listen to us. So let's see what you got here. Here we go. All my clients are 100% everyday women that you see at your local supermarket. Okay. It's in sentence 2. Okay. All right. We do like to lead off with in sentence 1, but you're pretty close. All my clients are 100% everyday women. So here's why you should listen to me and keep reading this ad. All my clients are 100% everyday women that you see at your local supermarket. Their wives, mothers, grandmothers, so much more. All right, perfect. That's great. All right, so you do have the authority. A lot of women miss this. All right, the next thing we want to have, well, with the authority, give them a reason. Why should people keep reading? Giving them a reason. So guess what? They keep reading. They consume our ad copy. Become pre-qualified. Our offer always needs to be in the ad copy. I don't know if you got the offer in here. We'll look at it in a little bit. And when they become pre-qualified, the right people click, the wrong people pass by and don't click. And that's good because Meta weights conversions and clicks in its ad algorithm to decide who to send the ad to. So we do not want non-qualified people clicking. So, all right, we're doing good. This helps ads sustain and scale. More results over time, same ad spend. Ads not burning out. Business scales. Winning at business. Best boudoir photographer of friend group. All the attention. All right. So the next thing we want to have is basically a story or slash narrative. And that'll be punch 2. Punch 1, calling the Seymour headline up here, also calling it punch 1 of our 1-2 punch. This is meeting our women in the conversation they're having in their head. They're saying, I don't want this, but I do want this other thing, and I don't want to have to deal with that. Or I think I can do it because of X, Y, Z. So that's punch one, meeting them in their head, getting super specific. And man, nobody's ever come close to being as specific as we will be. And so because of that, they click the see more, they read the rest of our ad copy. Now we want to get punch two here to complete our 1-2 punch. We want a story or narrative, kind of like if we had a third person camera recording their life, and then they had the also kind of like the interview portion stitch in where they're facing the camera, talking about what they're thinking and feeling during these moments, like the reality TV shows do. We want to write out that movie scene. What's going on? What are they thinking? What are they feeling? So then we're empathizing, showing we understand their current situation. Kind of like what I did at the beginning, talking about, what boudoir photographers are going through, with ads over time, declining results, feeling desperate or frustrated at their ad agency or paying them too much money every month for declining results. And that's the part that makes us human, saying we know it's what you're thinking, what you want, don't want, and we know what's going on with your life. And then, man, then we're a market of one. Like nobody else has spoken to them as specifically as us. And even if there are 100 other boudoir photographers, they see us as their only option. So this is how we compete when the market is set. When there's a ton of other boudoir photographers, we have to get specific. So they know we talking to them and understand them and what they're going through. So do we have a story slash narrative? Let's see. Oh, pure empowerment. That's a positive. That's got to be up in the Seymour headline. There's no, oh, here we go. Here's another authority. Just now, all my previous clients at the studio feeling. And so yeah, that's another authority thing. It's a whole new light, which is not a star as it is. All right. Yeah, dude, we're missing a story and narrative. So people are not feeling like we understand their specific situation. We don't understand what they're going through. So they don't see us, they will not be seen as a potential solution. So I click see more, but so I click see more, but slid by, but now it's mostly everyone clicking see more and sliding by because we didn't get specific to empathize and describe their current situation as it's going on. All right, the third and final thing we want to have in the body copy is we need to have our full offer here. Always the purpose of an ad is to expose as many people to an offer as possible. That is the purpose of an ad. So a lot of boudoir photographers do have their full offer here. Yeah, all right, we're missing, and this button's grayed out, so you're probably using Facebook.me. Yeah, that's lead form. All right, so you're using lead form. So I got fill out the info. Man, so let's say 1% fill out the info, and then you got the button, click the website or click the book or something. So let's say 1%, half a percent, so it's 1 out of every 200, click to go to your website to see the offer. But if we do everything right on the front end, correct Seymour headline, correct body copy, correct offer in the body copy, we can begin 8 out of 100, so 16 out of 200 to be reading your offer and becoming pre-qualified. Do you think if 16x more women were exposed to your offer, you would get more sales for the same ad spend? Yes, which reflects in the meta ad algorithm seeing those increased results, leading to our ads sustaining and scaling. It's putting the offer behind the next page, behind the email fill out that tanks back-end hidden meta ad scores and leads to ads burning out and dying. Worse results over time because Meta keeps sending the ads to worse and worse quality prospects over time because of our initial bad results. So we got to have the offer here. All right, the final two mistakes down here at the bottom, or where they could happen, down at the bottom below the creative. So it is always, always, always a mistake to have a below creative headline and a button below the creative. So this is mistake number 9. There's 3 reasons for mistake number 9. Reason number 1, 5% of the reason. or 5% of the mistake is it makes it look more like an ad. That ties into mistake number, the first mistake that I talked about. Does it look like an ad? Yes or no? This because organic posts don't have below creative headlines, they don't have descriptions below, they don't have buttons. So it makes it look more like an ad, less people consume it off rip. So that's 5% of the reason for mistake number 9. So the second reason for mistake number 9 is 15%. So a little bit more. It's because when women are scrolling Facebook, and 90% of your impressions will be mobile Facebook newsfeed, by the time they get here, their subconscious brain has processed about maybe a quarter to a third of kind of the keywords of this highlighted section, the see more headline, the part before the ... see more. And since they're here, they're going to be looking, at this thing. But now, if there are any words that are not the same between here and up here, it's going to trigger their error detection network. It's going to signal error, incongruent, confusion, keep scrolling. All basically instantly, subconsciously, we lose them. We want to actually have nothing here because by the time the women get here, if our message was relevant, if we were saying words relevant to them, they're self-label, they're negative, they're positive, they're hesitation/roadblock, then they'll just scroll back up to read it and then click see more and then consume our ad copy. So we never ever want to have any words down here in the bottom left. And now we're still on mistake 9. The third reason for mistake 9 is 80% of it. The biggest reason is stuff below the ad creative. It gives people a way to click to our next page without becoming pre-qualified. So it allows them to click to go to our next page without first clicking ... see more right here. Well, more like that, ... see more right here, and consuming our ad copy. And the reason that's a problem is we're having a ton of unqualified people coming over. And that's a problem because the meta ad algorithm takes into account who to show our ads to next by who's converted already, small pool, as well as who has clicked already. So the ad was good enough to get those people to click, which is a much larger pool. So when unqualified people click over because they read a few words in our see more headline, but nothing in the rest of our ad copy, didn't get exposed to our offer. When they click over, they have no idea what we're offering. They might think this is a bra and panty set. They got no clue. They didn't read nothing. They just saw the button, learn more, click. And so when there's so many unqualified people clicking, Meta's seeing, low landing page experience because people are just leaving because they didn't even know what to expect because they didn't read anything. And that's poisoning the meta ad algorithm. It's just going to send our ad to worse and worse people over time. And that's the reason for same ad spend, less results over time. It's because our ad's going to worse and worse people over time. But instead, if we started with the correct, much better metrics, much better initial results, our ad will go to better and better quality prospects over time, which means same ad spend, more results over time. So yeah, this is the issue. So that's mistake 9, and finally mistake 10 is the objective. Leads objective is always, always, always a mistake. Now, I don't know which objective you're using. I can see you're using lead form, but I don't know if you're using leads objective. So I'll give you half a mistake on this one. And here's why leads is always, always, always a mistake. Because when the meta ad algorithm decides who to send our ad to, it goes to like a 6% slice, a 6% pie of our total audience in our city. And it's basically looking for the meta profiles that have, like the 90 to 95% plus percentile probability of filling out a lead form. So, okay, our ads are going to people that fill out lead forms. Cool, people are filling out lead forms. The problem is we're not optimizing to get our ad in front of the people that fill out a lead form and then answer our texts, answer our calls, answer our emails. We're not having the meta ad algorithm send our ad to people that fill out a lead form and then book a call or even show up to the call. And we're certainly not telling the meta ad algorithm to send our ad to be able to fill out lead forms and then buy. And because of that, since we're not doing any of those things, our ad's just going to be able to fill out lead forms, but we want people who buy. So we should be optimizing our ad to go to buyers, not lead form filler outers. And yes, there's going to be a small percentage of, the women that do fill out the lead form that they will have some buyer data on their profile, so there will be some buyers. There'll be some call bookers, some buyers, some call shower uppers, some email answerers. But the highest probability is they just fill out lead forms and that's it. That's where, again, people with no money, people unqualified, tire kickers, gotta try to pull them over to us. I really strongly try to get them to book with us. Send them a ton of reminders. It's because we weren't specific and in our messaging, and we have not, we have not optimized our ads to even go to the right people. So even if we do the ad entire correct, or send their ad to the wrong people that just fill out lead forms and don't do anything after. So that is always, always, always a mistake. But I do not know which ad or which objective you're using. So let's give you the final score here, and then we'll compare you to everyone else that I've reviewed. So does it look like an ad? No, so not a mistake. Seymour headline, missing the who, the negative, the positive. You got the hesitation / roadblock. Body copy. Got the authority, missing the story / narrative, missing our full offer. Below creative headline and button. Mistake number 6. And objective, half a mistake. We don't know which one you're using. 6.5 out of 10 mistakes, which is very good. The average for Boudoir is, the Boudoir industry is 7.5 out of 10 mistakes. So that's the average, which is why a lot of people's ads, burn out, fast, fail, tank, same ad spend, worse results, because the initial trash results forces Meta ad algorithm to show our ads to worse and worse quality prospects, who are also obviously going to convert lower and lower over time compared to the first cohort, the first bunch our ad went to. So it's all based off of how the ad did initially, kind of all those metrics. So 10 mistakes or 6.5 out of 10 mistakes. And I consider anything over 2 out of 10 mistakes to be a Boudoir Facebook ad that is breaking down. Basically like a car breaking down, performing worse and worse over time. So yeah, if your ad's performing worse and worse over time, getting worse and worse results over time, same ad spend, just less results, less ROAS, less revenue, then yeah, everything I've went over is the reason why. So you may have a Boudoir Facebook ad that is breaking down right now. And if you do want to get it fixed, well, where do we take a car that's breaking down? We take it to a car mechanic. And where do we take a Boudoir Facebook ad that is breaking down? We take it to a Boudoir Facebook ad mechanic. So yeah, if you want to get this stuff fixed, I do have a Boudoir Facebook ad mechanic offer for you today. And basically I smushed those 10 mistakes down into 5 root cause problems for the ad kind of dying out over time instead of sustaining and scaling and performing better and better over time. So the first one, those 5, and I'll diagnose you right now, is, does it look like an ad? No. Okay, so you don't have that root cause problem. Seymour headline, we need 4 specific attributes here, super specific before the ... Seymour. We need so you're missing 3 out of 4, a who, a negative, and a positive. So yes, root cause problem 1. Ad copy. We need 3 sections. Authority hook, you got that. Story narrative, missing. Full offer, missing. So yeah, that is root cause problem number 2. Yep. Then root cause problem. Then the third root cause problem, below creative headline and button. gotta get rid of those. And so that's root cause problem number 3. And then objective, yeah, half a mistake. We don't know exactly which one. So 3.5 out of 5 root cause problems. So the 2 ways that I can solve this for you. Option 1 is, $50 per problem. You can choose, 1 or as many as you want, up to 3.5. So fix it for 1 ad, and then you can take those fixes to all your other ads as well, $175. And you saw at the beginning of the video, my fixes, I'm able to 2 to 4x, on average, the number of women coming in, consuming the ad, clicking see more, consuming the ad copy, which is where our offer should be. So exposing way more, 2 to 4x more women to the offer for the same ad spend, which is probably going to increase sales. Option 2 is actually the higher value option, where fix all your mistakes on all your ads and create as many ads as you want. $100 a month, and you can collab with me as much or as little as you want. And yeah, dude, we'll run it up. We can scale messages into your city. #1 in the universe, way better than any other boudoir photographer in your city, and pull in all these specific women. And so yeah, so there's the 2 options. You got my phone number, you got my email, and yeah, whatever social platform you're watching this on, you can shoot me a DM. So if you want to talk more, hit me up, and I'm going to ask you what you got for me, and then we'll go from there. All right, that's everything. Adios.